Around a year ago, I started to develop pes and serine bursitis in my left knee, which started to get really bad after riding some rides on my track bike. Now, I didn't want to admit it at the time that maybe I had outgrown the bike that essentially got me into cycling. I think a track bike is an excellent choice for a commuter bike, but when I hopped back onto mine at the beginning of this school year, I realized the pain in my knee would come back almost instantly. A couple weeks ago, I helped my neighbor Nick build up his drop bar Poseidon Redwood. I thought, wow, this is a super solid bike. Now, I wasn't looking at it through gravel eyes, so to speak. I was looking at it through my commuter eyes. Poseidon also sells a flat bar version of the Redwood, so I decided to reach out and see if they wanted to work together. Luis at Poseidon said yes, and the rest is history. In this video, I'll show you some of the unboxing and why I think this bike is and will make such a solid commuter. Poseidon ships the bike out in this box that looks like a TV is inside, which I think is pure genius. I just can't get over this box. This is no mistake. I have to think 99% of shipping carriers will treat this box that looks like a TV is inside with more care than a box that has a bike brand name on it. The Poseidon Redwood flat bar retails for $799 at the time I'm making this video, which is quite a deal when you think of what you're getting. Now, is it perfect out of the box? No, I don't think so, but we'll get to that in a minute. I ordered the matte black in a size large. Now, I am slightly in between sizes. Comparing both the Kona Rove and the Redwood on Bike Insights, I would either have to pick a slightly smaller version of the Kona Rove or a slightly bigger one. I went for the bigger one as the geometry matched my 54cm Kona Rove the most. The Redwood comes stock with 650B wheels, and I see this as a clear win for the commuter. Every time I've swapped back to 650Bs on my Rove, I do prefer them on my commutes over my 700C wheels, though I do prefer the 700C for longer days on the bike. I did take the Thompson seat post and Brooks saddle off my cargo bike, as I think the Brooks will make a great saddle for heavy commuting, as well as stealing the Salsa Bend bars and Thompson stem off of the track bike that I will soon be selling. So here it is, pretty much all built up. Just got to throw on some pedals and then tune the shifting. But it's getting dark, just wanted to show you guys before I do that sort of with no light. So this is it. I'm going to throw on some pedals, adjust everything, and then we're going to take it on our first commute tomorrow. So first impressions of the ride, tires definitely slow this thing down, which was to be expected. But yeah, I don't know if I should hold off on changing them until after winter, or I should just try to change them sooner rather than later. So after commuting on it for about a week, what are my thoughts? I think the Poseidon Redwood flat bar is a winner. While you don't have to change the saddle and bars like I did, one thing that you will want to change right out of the box has to be the tires. The Microshift Advent X is a solid choice for the drivetrain. The wheels are okay for a stock build, but you will notice an extreme difference in the ride of this bike if you change the tires. I switched them out to WTB Ventures and the bike rides so much better. I do have tubes in them as the rear one has a huge tear, so when I eventually get some new tires, I will convert them to tubeless, which will only improve how the bike feels. Speaking of tubeless and the stock tires, I think the tire would be a great choice if you could run them tubeless. Big volume, nice knobs, but no, unfortunately, the tires aren't tubeless compatible, which really makes me wonder why Poseidon went with these as their OEM tire. Besides the tires, I think the bike as you get it is a great buy. I also think while many people think about this bike as an adventure-focused bike, I would like to open the idea of this bike as a great option for commuting. Big clearance for comfortable commutes, mounts basically everywhere, 650B, which like I said, in my opinion, is a better wheel size for commuting, flat bar, which makes it extremely easy to select a bar of your choice and throw it on, a 1x drivetrain, which is not only all you need for 99% of most people's commutes, but incredibly easy to maintain, and an aluminum frame and fork, which when paired with the right tires, rides extremely well. Stay tuned for more videos to come out on this bike, and drop a like in this video if it helped you out in any way or you found it entertaining. Thank you to Poseidon for sending the bike over for testing and commuting. Thank you for subscribing. By the way, this basket will be in a later video.